Guys. So yeah, I have a confession to make. It's not really a confession because it only lasted like 3-4 days, more like a week. But the whole thing that I was going to do with, finding a lifestyle where, I can pick one or two recreational drugs that, that I can still embed into my lifestyle and enjoy is not looking really good. Now, I can cancel the video right here because obviously to most people it's going to be like, well, no shit, they're hard drugs. But I want to just really take some time and let you guys know like why it doesn't work. So what I realized is there's a lot of people who do drugs wrong. Okay? It's a very misunderstood and very it's like a topic that's not even thought about a lot, because once you look at a group who uses some kind of recreational drugs, you always categorize them in one spot, right? Because the majority of the other people would not step over that line, right? So you always bundle them. But we fail to understand that, well, people who use in the groups, they understand it completely, right? They're like, yeah, these are my buddies, I wouldn't do it with anybody else. But us as outside, me even as outside, when I haven't been using anything in recreational for so long, when I see people, I even call them crackheads, right? It's so misunderstood. What the fuck is a crackhead? There's no such thing. These are people who already have their lives fucked up, already have problems with relationships, with money. They can't take any action in any part of their life. Then they decided to use meth and got fucked up, and you label it on the drug. You take the drug away, they're still probably just as fucked up. They might look a little better, I don't know, because they'll sleep more, eat a little, but they'll still be a piece of shit. They'll still be a loser, right? So that's the main example I want to give. Now, stepping back from that, what I realized is the last couple of days, even when I was going out, right? And as you guys know me, I'm pretty fucking on point with being real, right? When I put that magnifying glass on how I was feeling while using coke, while using meth, right, I realized that in of itself, they're pretty boring drugs. Yes, it's very controversial. Yes, I know there's gonna be, if this went viral, I would get all kinds of hate, like, oh, you probably just don't know where to get the right quality, you know, all this shit. I'm like, I would shake my head and I'll tell you that even with the highest amount of quality, the main factors that's gonna bring immense out of euphoria and fun will always have to be combined with certain things, right? Now, I will give you, in my personal experience, what are those certain things, and everybody will have their own, right? So I will mention these. Number one, soul music. Okay, for lack of better words, that's the term I'm going to use, right? Music that you connect to on a very euphoric level without the drug, right? Most people I know are like that. Most of my close friends are like that, right? And they're musicians. A lot of my friends are musicians, right? So they're like that, right? That's one. It's a requirement, I would say, right? If you use drugs, if you're snorting coke and you're going to a cliche party, listening to Drake and shit, I think you should shoot yourself, because you're just fucking up in all over the place. You're never gonna get the full thing out of it. I don't give a shit what people say. I don't care how much this is your own thing about what you like. Find your own music. Find what you really love. And it's usually never going to be what's the mainstream. It just can't be, it just doesn't work like that. Whatever you have taken a definition that music is the language of the soul and all that kind of stance that I believe in, it's the chance of whatever is your soul and all that being played and millions of people just listening on a daily basis and bumping head to and fists to, it's just never gonna happen, right? The day that happens is nirvana. That's when human being has gone to the next level, okay? That's just not gonna happen. The world's too fucked up and too stupid to really connect with that point. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, you should have to listen to this kind of music. I'm just gonna say that it's a requirement to have very high quality music. One. Number two, you need to be with have mates, have a team, have friends around you who are very non-bullshitters, right? Like, these are people. This is gonna get complicated if I try to explain too far. But one common way to understand is people who never say or do things to prove anything, right? These are not people who put shit on Instagram and try to take cool poses. They're not people who write little statements on Facebook about like emotional sentences that they embody and they feel their life is so in depth about. These are people who really walk the walk so on it that they never even do the talking, because a lot of times they don't even know they're doing the walk. That's just who they are, right? And if you're somebody who have experienced this kind of lifestyle, as I'm making this video, you should probably realize by now, like, hey man, what you're kind of suggesting here is pretty, like a very small amount of the population, and you'd be right. To really enjoy drugs to its full capacity, you would have to have that kind of lifestyle, right? You see, I was very lucky, extremely lucky and fortunate to be able to end up, I got kicked out of school and I ended up in Thailand, where I was going to school with a few people that was just, their character was beyond, even people that I never, till high school, I haven't met people yet who in the same caliber. Only one friend I have, right, who's like that. Everybody else is in this mix, what I call just living the superficial shit, right? Living life, taking pictures, doing that, talking behind people's back. That's the main source of thing, fitting in. Conformity is the main thing, right? And it's one of the reasons why I have so few friends, right? So the reason I'm aborting this mission, which is really like passionate, I'm really passionate about this, obviously, needless to say, but I'm aborting it because it's sucky that I'm not having any fun at all doing it, right? It's almost empty. I take a drag of meth. Once used to be like, I could bring the moon down on it. Now it's just waiting on it, because even though the people I have around me that I'm taking with,